Hey, Martin. Martin?
Oh, hey Bret. Sorry, I was listening to an audiobook from a self-publishing platform. They built a really nice system for using task queues for the asynchronous processing.
Stay tuned if you would like to know more.
The team at Listenerr have built a self-publishing platform for audiobooks.
They started to experience growing pains around payments. Users reported that their website was getting less responsive. Their logic for pre-orders was getting complicated. And whenever many orders came in at once, they started getting rate limit error messages from their payment provider.
Daria was recently hired to their dev team. As she was coming in with fresh eyes, she agreed to take on the project of investigating fixes to these problems.
Users were complaining that placing an order was taking a long time and often failed. It turns out that customers were left waiting as the payment was processing.
Daria realized that she could use asynchronous processing to make the wait shorter for the user.
There are two products in Google Cloud Platform for asynchronous processing: Cloud Tasks and Cloud PubSub. Which one should Daria choose?
Daria just wants to defer the execution of a task. This is a queue model where tasks are added to queue to be processed afterwards, with no need for multiple subscribers. A perfect use case for cloud tasks, in other words.
Processing the payment asynchronously took care of the first problem, but what about the second?
Listenerr often makes new audiobooks available for pre-order. Customers are charged when the book is released. The code for this has become complex and often fails.
Daria finds that Cloud Tasks can do scheduled delivery. The store service can make an asynchronous call to the payment service and tell Cloud Tasks to deliver the call hours or days later. This would make the code for pre-orders very similar to the code for regular orders and eliminate hundreds of lines from Listenerr's codebase.
2 problems down, 1 to go. The last problem has to do with rate limits of other systems.
Whenever many orders came in at once, listeners started getting rate limit error messages from their payment provider. The payment processor's API docs say they allow up to 5 requests per second. Any more, and they'll return rate limit errors.
Fortunately, the fix for this is easy. Daria simply configures her Cloud Tasks queue to deliver a maximum of 5 messages per second. The store service can still make any number of calls per second, but they're queued by Cloud Tasks, so this rate limit is never violated.
Daria is happy to see that Cloud Tasks can solve all 3 problems. She gave me this US $1 bill. How many Cloud Tasks would that buy her?
The Cloud Tasks pricing is based on operations. Placing one task in a queue or delivering one task is one operation for every 32 kilobytes of payload. Let's assume each listener order is smaller than that. Let's also assume that the payment service will fail some of the time, so Cloud Tasks will re-deliver some messages. Also, the listener team probably wants to make some other task API calls for admin purposes. That $1 would let them process 1 million orders per month.
Wow. To see the code Daria writes to implement this design, tune in to our next episode.
In the meantime, I'm going to find out how my audiobook ends.